to the Inspiring You Show. If we've ever met, I'm Henry. So, this is December's cosmic reclamation, clearing the patriarchy and healing the sacred feminine lineage, my friends. So, my friends, we are going to be diving into this in various ways in the next couple months. But today, let's just start off with first of all, welcoming December and saying hello to December and taking a moment just to recognize where we are, how much we've traveled this year, and just the ups and downs from this year. Giving gratitude for all the lessons received, all the wisdom brought through, and take a nice deep breath. Just coming into groundedness, alignment, bringing your mind into presence with your physical body, allowing yourself to be replenished with your life force energy. And take another deep breath. All right. So, my friends, as we move through December, I want to take some time to talk about this month's unique energy and how it is really wrapping up the story of 2024. And also, it just really connects with a big portion of the history on Earth. And also, then what we can do to prepare for the fresh opportunities waiting for us in 2025 and in the next like 19, 20 years in regard to Pluto being an Aquarius. So, as you may have been diving into the energy forecast, which is in the two previous episodes, I did the full energy forecast and then it was broken down in categories as well as time frames. And now this is the third episode of it, and there'll even be another one because y'all, we are rolling up our sleeves and it is time. It is time. So be prepared this month for many episodes regarding this to break it down and to support and talk about using tools. So, as we're diving into the December energy forecast, really consider how the themes discussed earlier may have influenced your year. Reflecting on these experiences is a key to bridging your conscious and subconscious mind. So, it's really a time to ponder how 2024's lessons have intertwined with your life's journey, preparing you for what lies ahead in 2025 and further down the line. So, this time of year is naturally reflective. It's a moment to pause and ask ourselves, what have I learned this year? What have I grown through? And where am I headed next? So, the questions are, what have I learned this year? What have I grown through? And where am I headed next? So, my friends, grab your warm favorite cozy drink, or if you're somewhere hot, grab your nice cold drink, and let's dive into the energy of December together in this way. So, now, if you've been feeling like 2024 was a bit of a roller coaster, you are not alone. I mean, y'all, it's been quite a year. It has been a year of growth, some of it exciting, some of it a little uncomfortable. If you I don't know if you listened to the episode where I talk about how on October 31st, I had a choking incident. I actually couldn't breathe. I was choking and had that moment where my life was flashing before my eyes and going, oh my God, is this it? Wait a minute. There's some areas in my life that I'm not fully, completely fulfilled and satisfied with it. Oh my gosh. And it was very eye opening for me. And also my relationship to my breath, life force energy, being able to breathe. Y'all, that has changed tremendously. My gratitude for breath, being able to breathe. So much gratitude. And so, so 2024 was a bit of a roller coaster. And, you are not alone if you felt like that too. It has been a year of growth. Again, some exciting and some of it a little uncomfortable. Definitely some uncomfortable moments over here. And so that's part of the journey, right? We're here to this humaning experience. And so December is inviting us to look back at those experiences and ask, taking a moment to evaluate the year. Where did I encounter challenges and what did they teach me? What is the wisdom? How have I nourished my inner wisdom, those gut feelings, the inner knowing? Have I strengthened my relationships with people who support my growth and healing? In what ways have you cultivated courage and now it has manifested in your life? Reflect on whether you have strengthened connections with those who support your vision and healing. And here's a big one: how have I embraced hope? Does it feel like a steady companion in my life right now? Does it feel abundant in your life right now? And then consider your role as a caregiver to the world this year. And there's no right or wrong answer here, my friends. The goal is the goal is not the goal is not to judge what you've done or haven't done, but to notice, reflect, and honor your process. Being human is super complicated and challenging, and we are multidimensional. We're here to learn, grow, and evolve. So that's why bringing in compassion, loving kindness, and where am I now in the experience, and just continue using tools and to expand. So no response is too insignificant or too grand. Each choice we make reverberates through the tapestry of life, steering us toward or away from harmony. And again, it's not right, wrong, good, or bad. Even if you're steering away from harmony, it's an experience. And maybe then you're learning that so that way you understand better about harmony. We're here to learn, grow, and evolve. How would you know the richness of harmony if maybe you haven't experienced disharmony? And that's why letting go of seeing it from critical eyes and just really seeing it from that mindful lens, from that for the highest good. And also then realizing, what do I need to learn, grow, and evolve? And what is here for me? What's the richness? So this December, the energy feels even deeper, and we're going to the next phase of transformation. So, this time in meditation, I keep seeing the energy vibration color of obsidian black, which is interesting because at the time I was coming through, I was holding on to obsidian crystals. And I was like, wait, is it because I'm holding on to the crystals? And so, my next couple of meditations, I wasn't meditating with the crystals. And then also, I was asking, wait, is it that or do I need a clearing? Because sometimes when you do need a clearing, sometimes you might see like black, but this was like a real, this was like a crystal obsidian black or like a starry night sky black. And then my guides came in and said, the energy vibration color of the month is obsidian black. So they confirmed what I was seeing. But I do a checks and balances, like, well, what is really going on here? What is happening? And what is the information? And I do a checklist to see, and I use discernment, and I ask many, many times. And I just ask from a space of curiosity, like, well, what is this? So anyway, the information came in, and that the color of the month is the vibration color of obsidian black, like the crystal, or like a starry night sky. It is mysterious, vast expanse that holds both the unknown and the endless potential and possibility. And that's what the guides kept saying. Endless potential and possibility, endless potential and possibility. And really, because it's to remind us that everyone has so much potential. And are you actually unearthing your own potential to live in your potential, in potentiality, in this actual experience in this physical world? And so it's to remind us the endless potential and possibility. The energy invites us into a profound journey to rest, to recalibrate. You will hear recalibrate a lot in the last couple episodes. Recalibrate is one of the themes: to rest, recalibrate, and reconnect with both our inner world and the greater cosmos. So when you think about the night sky, think about the night sky for a moment. Close your eyes and take a deep breath and think about the night sky. So think about the night sky. When we look up, it feels infinite. That's the energy we're working with right now. Infinite. This vast space to explore our inner world while reconnecting to something greater than ourselves. And you are part of that. We are all part of this greatness. We're all we are all pieces of this tapestry of greatness. So imagine standing beneath the night sky. It stretches out endlessly, evoking both wonder and introspection. This is the energy we're moving through, a collective moment to explore the uncharted territories of our inner landscape while deepening our connection to something larger than ourselves. And at the heart of this energy is a collective shadow we're being called to look at, to acknowledge, to confront. For generations, we've operated within systems that reflect the imbalance of the masculine and feminine, perpetuated through the structures of the patriarchy. This isn't just an external dynamic, it's a collective shadow that exists within all of us. Within all of us, no matter what your gender is, no matter what you connect with, we all have masculine and feminine, and we were all raised within the structures of the patriarchy. Our humans have programming from the patriarchy, and it's not right, wrong, good or bad. There's an isness. There was an experience that many years ago in regard to the collective, almost like the souls got together and said, "Hey, we'd like to have this experience and see what it's like." And so it was then decided that the patriarchy was going to happen, and it was an experience, and it's not right, wrong, good or bad. There's an isness. Yet now it's almost like as things happen in the earth, it's like things then in form can take longer to unravel, to heal, to shift. And so now we're in this time where the cosmic energies are coming in to really support Earth and humanity and the lineages, to look at the collective shadow that is existing within us, to allow this recognition, to allow this clearing and healing, so that way we can evolve. The suppressed feminine and the distorted masculine have influenced how we think, feel, and act. And there's also then a distortion within the feminine, within the masculine. It's not just the masculine, it's then within the feminine, because it's under this lens of the patriarchy that has not been fully cleared. And so with this, the cosmic energies are playing a huge role in clearing distortion. And then with Pluto in Aquarius coming in for the next, 19, 20 years. And then also the moon plays a vital role in this process. Years ago, I remember my guides were like, "Hey, really start paying attention to the moon." And I was like, "Say what? Huh?" And I'm like, "Okay." So I started doing meditations and I started noticing. I was much more connected to the sun in a lot of ways. So I would do like sun kind of sun meditations outside, and I was much more connected to the sun. And then I started really connecting in with the moon, and I started realizing the benefits from each. And then also just all the planetary alignments. And I really started understanding just how much even more I'm aware and sensitive, because a lot of times there can be movements within the planets, and I might not even know the information, but I can say like, "Oh, I feel this and that," and I'm pretty sure it's from that planet. And then later on, I'll be guided to something, and sure enough, there's the information. And that's because we have like our ability to be in tuned is incredible. And so the moon is playing a vital role in this process in working with us to heal. The full moon illuminates, offering clarity and activation. It's asking us to look at what's thriving in our lives and where we can step into alignment. The dark moon, on the other hand, creates a space for quiet and release, inviting us to shed what no longer supports us. So, together, these cycles create a rhythm of action and rest, light and shadow, growth and integration. And so this December, really let the moon guide you. You under the full moon, take time to reflect what's being illuminated in your life right now. Where do you feel clarity? Where is there room for growth? During the dark moon, allow yourself to, look at also then, what needs to happen, what needs to release, what patterns, beliefs, or habits are you ready to let go of? Really let yourself understand, you are in a process of clearing cycles and how you can create space for renewal and transformation. And so, as we navigate this energy, because we are in an individual experience and the collective. So, as we navigate this energy, it is an opportunity to also honor and heal our ancestral energy field, our maternal and paternal lineages, and more specifically, heal our maternal lineage. Heal our maternal lineage, really allowing ourselves to heal the sacred feminine lineage, heal the sacred feminine lineage. And so it is offering us that. And with it, then the shadow side of the collective includes generational wounds carried through the ancestral energy field into your individual energy field. It also carries that shadow side of the collective, includes aspects in the collective that have happened that is affecting your individual. But with it, that collective includes generational wounds that carried through your mother line, your maternal lineage, your mother line, the pain of suppression, disconnection, and imbalance, the pain of repression, the pain of being silenced, the pain of not having any right to have a voice, to have a say, or to have autonomy over your own body, the right to your own unique self expression. So, but also, though, it's not just the trauma. Within the lineage also lies the incredible wisdom, resilience, and strength. When you really look at the history of women and the mother line, it is so profound how these women have stood up again and again and again, finding strength and continuing to speak even though they may not have had a place to speak or were condemned. They kept showing up. When I went to vote this year in the United States, I always take a moment to honor all the women that have come before me who didn't have the right to vote, which is so like, I mean, it's like when you think about it though, like really? Like it's unbelievable that only certain people could vote. Like, what do you mean? We're all part of this world. Why can only certain people vote? Like, huh? I mean, or I've heard so many stories where women have said also that their husbands told them who to vote for. And this specific election, I heard many women say, my husband's mad at me because I'm not voting how he wants me to vote. I'm voting how I want to vote. And some of these women were in their 80s. And I was like, oh my God, it's amazing that they're finding freedom and freedom in their choice to have a say. So there is incredible wisdom, resilience, and strength. And so I always, during election season, I honor the women that have come before me who have who didn't have the right to vote, and the women who fought for the right to vote. I mean, it took years to get that right to vote. And so I always look at it as like it is a real I'm honoring the mother line. I'm honoring the maternal lineages. I'm honoring the mother line, the sacred feminine by choosing to vote, because all those women before me really fought for that right. And that it's the least I can do for the ancestors who didn't have a voice or couldn't vote but wanted to. And I really appreciate the freedom that I have to vote. So thanking them. And so there's a lot of wisdom to unearth. And so with that, then, it's a time, yes, to heal, but also to reflect on your ancestral patterns and also your ancestral gifts, your gifts from your ancestors, and really what has been passed down through your maternal line. That is so beneficial. And then also from your paternal line. Look at both your maternal and your paternal line. And then what has been passed down through your maternal and your paternal line that no longer supports you? What are you ready to release? And then what strengths and wisdom can you reclaim and celebrate from both the lines, maternal and paternal lineages? Because you want to look at both. And when we engage in this work, individually and collectively, we help to balance the scales. We begin to restore the harmony between the divine masculine and feminine within ourselves and the world around us. Y'all, it's not going to just like poof, change in a blink of an eye. We're in a world that is a physical world that has dense energy. And with the energy has imprinted into matter. And so things have to be actually cleared to allow the light to come in, to allow the shift to happen, which means then we need massive amounts of realizations and shifting into awareness and expanding consciousness, which means then we need to do the work of the clearing to allow the understanding coming in, the wisdom to come in. And yes, can some things just be cleared and woo, we're shifted and wow, the magic is unfolding? Absolutely. And though we might need also to roll up our sleeves, because there might be a lot more people that are wanting to stay in an experience based out of because they don't know any, because they're comfortable in that place, because they're caught in some sort of illusion, or they're caught in that this is the best that it can be, whatever it is. But December's energy is asking us to bring in more clarity and to move with intention. Like the night sky, it holds space for deep reflection and bold dreaming. Bold dreaming. So as we rest and recalibrate, we contribute to the healing of this collective shadow. So I mentioned it in previous episodes when I was talking to the guides about the election in the United States, the presidential election. This is what they said. They said either the United States is ready for progress or there's more healing work to be done. And I understood that clearly. And so it's not right, wrong, good or bad. There's an isness. And because we are all in an individual and a collective experience, I get it. And so we have to support one another. I also understood then that there's a collective shadow that is being called to be cleared. And whoo, I tell you, the day of the election and the days afterwards, I was processing the enormity of the understanding of what was brought through. Because if you've ever done your own individual shadow work, it's one thing for your own individual shadow work, but it's another thing to understand that the country that your soul, your human chose to essentially be born into, that it's about to undergo its own collective shadow. That is it. That was big. That was really big information to process, and the enormity of it. But yet also though, within that though, it's the expanded, it's not just the US, it's around the world. It's the entire earth, that it's about healing the collective shadow, healing the collective shadow. And it doesn't mean that each person is responsible for, you know, for going in there, because if you've been doing the work, it may not even like affect you as much because you've been doing the work and you have tools. And it might just mean that you're being called, though, to show up and talk about tools and have a greater voice in inspiring people to do clearing work and to use tools. And so I feel like for me, that's really what the call is for me, is to really come on here and do more podcast episodes talking about tools and talking about consciousness and talking about, just information received, and then, how, tips and tools and other things that can be supportive for people in maybe their own awakening process. And then also supporting in terms of realizations into clearings and shifting. And so, but with that though, you still have to process the enormity of what that means of healing a collective shadow and, releasing from an old system that is no longer, that's coming to completion. The patriarchy is being called to come to completion. And also within that, recognizing that we each may have individual work, and then also understanding releasing anything from the collective. And then moving into that unity consciousness and new earth that we've been talking about. So with that though, that's where I lean into energy healing, meditation, journal work. We just did a meditate with me where we had 75 journal questions, and there were journal questions also on shadow work. And then it's, asking what needs to clear, then allowing the light to come in. So whatever tools though resonate with you, lean into them. And then together we can step into 2025 in the coming years more aligned, connected, and ready to create a world that values balance, masculine and feminine balance, compassion, abundance, prosperity for all, and the vast potential of humanity. And so, and this month, then also, because it is heavily influenced by the moon, we have a full moon bringing in clarity, illumination, and activation. And then there's the dark moon, quiet, restorative, inviting you to let go when no longer supports you. Together, they create this beautiful rhythm of action and integration, action and integration. And that's really what you have to look at, where sometimes action can mean stillness and then allowing yourself to integrate the wisdom. So here is one of my suggestions for December, besides energy work and meditation. Pay attention to the moon cycles. Let them guide you. On the full moon nights, reflect on what's shining brightly in your life, what's working, what feels aligned. And during the dark moon, give yourself permission to rest and release. And so if you want to do energy healing meditations, I tend to put them up. And also with the moon's energy, usually it's like 3 days before, 3 days after too. So even if you're like, oh, wait, the new moon was this day. I did a new moon a couple days ago. If you're like, wait, it's December 3rd, the new moon. Oh no, did I miss it? No, you haven't missed it. You still can go do it. And also every meditation I put up is evergreen. So you can always, if you have a favorite, you can always listen to it whenever you want. So okay, this then with it, really let yourself utilize the tools and give yourself permission to rest and release when you need to. And as you move through this month, lean into those rhythms of the moon, honor the wisdom of your lineages, your maternal lineage, your ancestry, your mother line, and embrace the inky black mystery of transformation. This really obsidian, it's this obsidian black vibration color. And with it, it's a time to rest, reset, and then rise anew. That was the other thing they kept saying: rest, release, rise anew, and recalibrate was a lot. So let's journey through this shadow together and create space for light to shine even brighter. And so this cosmic energy this December really is encouraging deep introspection, like the vast night sky. It emanates that obsidian black vibration, holds the energy, reflecting the profound depth of that night sky. And also with that, then when you look at the night sky, it's about embracing the unknowns, reflection, rejuvenation, and integration, lunar and cosmic energy insights and downloads, energetic awakenings, clarity, and also nervous system renewal. Really understanding how to reset your nervous system is such a beneficial tool. Also, there's heart activation, mitochondrial activation. The guys just threw that one in. So I was like, wait, what? Healing ancestral lineages, your maternal lineages, your ancestral energy field, specifically to the mother ancestral line, the mother line. And because of the obsidian black vibration, the moon energy this month will have a particular resonance with your human energy field. Also, feel free to meditate with obsidian crystals and be open to introspection. You know, just know that this is a beneficial gateway into embracing life's mysteries and urging you to reconnect with your soulful wisdom and the rhythms of existence. Be open to introspection, align with your authentic self, harmonize with nature's cycles. That is what we're being asked to harmonize with nature's cycles. Challenge yourself to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. And just you really lean into mindfulness tools. Nonviolent communication, there's some great books. One of them is Say What You Mean, Mindfulness, Nonviolent Communication. I cannot recommend that enough. Learning nonviolent communication tools and expanding your communication is such a worthwhile investment in time. You know, when you think about communication and learning how to communicate, if you learned how to communicate when you were in school and then you haven't taken any communication classes since, how are you going to further your communication abilities? So challenge yourself to continue learning, growing, and evolving. Your human can be deprogrammed and reprogrammed. That's the fact of the matter, people. Yep. And it's not right, wrong, good, or bad. There is an isness. And so, what you want to do is clear the non beneficial aspects to allow your soul light to come in, your soul light that holds that higher light vibration. So, challenge yourself, my friends, to use your tools, lean into compassion, love, and kindness. And also, with that, can you navigate life's contrast with more grace, allowing your spirit to chart its unique course, allowing your soul light to chart its unique course? And so that obsidian black energy embodies the symbolism of night, dreaming, intuition, and transformation. And December is a time for rest, recharge, and integration. Whether you're moving towards the summer's light or winter's introspection, this month calls for a purposeful inward focus. And I say summer's light or winter because we are in the solstice as well this month. So this month's moon energy will resonate with your being like moonlight traversing the night sky. It's beckoning you to heed the full and dark moon cycles. Feel the moon's brilliance in activation. Embrace the dark moon's quiet and restorative nature. Engage with the stars. Let their glow remind you of vast potential. Water too offers solace. So, and I say that because, for me, somebody who is like highly sensitive, water is something that is so soothing to me and it's soothing to a lot of people. So it may not be to everyone, but water can offer solace, whether it's an ocean, lake, or stream, or even just putting your hands underneath water in the sink. It is extremely clearing and extremely grounding. And if you add some salt water in there in terms of, going into the ocean or like that, then it it just can add a whole nother layer. I also add in Reiki too to everything. But basically it flows, mirrors life's changes, and soothes your spirit amidst December's vibrancy. So water just kind of can mirror life's changes and can soothe your human in so many ways. And also can reground, realign, and help you bring in clarity. So with that, then, can you just keep using your tools this month, and just know that this month's lunar energy can illuminate and also affect your mitochondria, connecting you profoundly to your ancestral roots. Specifically, we're talking also more your maternal roots, really honoring your maternal lineage. And it's time to honor and heal that ancestral energy field, that ancestral heritage, anything that needs to be healed, or also the wisdom to come through. And with that, then, you know, really December's energy is just bringing in a profound opportunity to heal and honor your ancestors, specifically your maternal line. Your mother line is more than just the women in your family. It is a source of wisdom, life, and sometimes unresolved wounds. And this month, you're being asked to reflect on what you've inherited, emotional patterns, strengths, and even challenges. And you decide, what do I want to carry forward? And what am I ready to release? So it's about healing the divine feminine, healing the maternal line. Our maternal lineage, again, is a source of life and wisdom. Yet as we navigate the patriarchal structures, it can carry unresolved traumas, seeking healing of peace and coexistence. And we're still clearing patriarchal aspects. Patriarchal values and influences remain deeply entrenched in our world, affecting and harming all of us, regardless of whether we identify as women, men, or beyond the gender spectrum. The patriarchal systems and values that have shaped our world for centuries have left deep imprints on individuals, communities, and even the collective consciousness. These structures often prioritize dominance, suppression, and disconnection, creating harm for everyone, regardless of how we identify. They perpetuate cycles of imbalance, limiting our capacity to fully embrace connection, intuition, and the nurturing aspects of existence. And this is a time to shift personally and collectively toward healing these wounds and dismantling the patterns that no longer support us. Clearing the influence of the patriarchy doesn't mean rejecting the masculine. Rather, it is about restoring balance, honoring the divine feminine within all of us, and healing the disconnection that these systems have caused. A powerful way to begin to process this is by honoring and healing the maternal lineage. Our mother line holds profound wisdom, creativity, and strength, but also carries the unhealed trauma of generations past. Patriarchal structures have silenced and marginalized the voices of women and caregivers, fracturing the natural flow of nurturing energy in families and communities. And this December, the energy invites us to turn inward and reflect on the patterns we've inherited from our maternal line. Which one empowers you, and which ones feel like they no longer belong in your life? By acknowledging these gifts and also burdens, you create space to heal, not only for yourself, but for the generations that came before you and those yet to come. And lean into bravery and courage, my friends, because courage and bravery will allow you to roll up your sleeves to do this work. And as we align with this transformative energy, we're then being asked to reconnect with our hearts, where the threads of our lineage meet our present moment. The heart holds the wisdom of our ancestors and the potential for renewal. Through practices like energy work, journaling, meditation, or ceremony, we can actively release outdated patriarchal influences and embrace a more balanced and harmonious way of being. This is not just personal work, it is a collective calling. Each time we clear these patterns and reclaim the wisdom of the maternal lineage, we contribute to doing a broader healing, shifting humanity toward a more compassionate, intuitive, and nurturing future. The time to begin is now. It's time to honor the sacred role of the feminine within ourselves and in the world and take intentional steps to integrate its wisdom into our lives. And together, we can create a foundation for a more balanced and harmonious existence where all aspects of humanity are valued and celebrated. Because again, for centuries, the imbalance between masculine and feminine energies have shaped the course of human history, weaving its influence through societal structures, cultural norms, and even our personal identities. Patriarchal systems rooted in dominance, control, and a suppression of the feminine have been prevailing force, often marginalizing intuition, nurturing, and emotional wisdom. It has been marginalization. This imbalance has created a world where power is often equated with aggression and where vulnerability and care are undervalued. Historically, patriarchal systems emerged as survival mechanisms in a time when physical strength and conquest dictated survival. Over time, this focus on masculine attributes like logic, competition, and external achievement eclipsed the equally vital feminine qualities of collaboration, intuition, and emotional depth. The feminine, represented by nurturing, cyclical rhythms and connection, became reg- relegated, relegated to the margins of society, seen as weaker or less important. The imbalance doesn't just affect women, it harms everyone. Men are often pressured to suppress their emotions and prove their worth through productivity or dominance, while women have historically been denied autonomy and respect, their contributions undervalued. Non binary individuals whose very existence challenges these rigid structures have faced erasure and misunderstanding. This dynamic has also fractured our connection with the earth and its natural rhythms, mirroring the suppression of the feminine on a planetary scale. The relentless drive for growth, expansion, and resource extraction reflects the same disregard for the balance and harmony seen in patriarchal constructs. And now the tides are shifting energetically, socially, and spiritually. We're being called to restore balance between the masculine and the feminine, to heal the wounds caused by the long-standing imbalance. Clearing the effects of the patriarchy is not about rejecting masculine energy, but about recognizing its distortion and creating space for the divine feminine to rise and take its rightful place alongside it. One powerful way to participate in this shift is by honoring the maternal lineage, honoring the mother line. Our mother line holds not just the pain of the patriarchy, generations of silenced voices, limited opportunities, and unacknowledged contributions, but also the wisdom, resilience, and strength of those who came before us. So, my friends, reflect on the patterns passed down through your maternal line. What has been suppressed or lost? What strength and gifts have persisted despite adversity? By engaging in practices to honor and heal your maternal lineage, whether through energy work, meditation, storytelling, ceremony, you can help release the wounds of the past and reclaim the intuitive, nurturing energy that is your birthright, that is your divine right. This work isn't just personal, it's collective. Each step we take toward restoring balance, embracing emotional intelligence, honoring cycles, and valuing connections contributes to a greater healing of humanity. As we integrate these energies within ourselves, we ripple the harmony outward, co-creating a world that values both strength and compassion, action and reflection, logic and intuition. The imbalance of the masculine and feminine is not an inevitability. It's a story we can rewrite. It is a story we can rewrite. And as we honor our maternal lineage, we create a foundation for this new narrative. One where both energies are celebrated and a balance becomes the guiding principle of our lives and communities. And the time to shift is now. December encourages reflection on your maternal gifts and challenges. Be they recent or centuries old, consider the inherited patterns, emotional, behavioral, cognitive, that influence you. Which should be cherished and which released. December is aligned with the heart's energy, amplifying this healing process. Your heart is the conduit between lunar influence, the inner wisdom of your womb, and the mother's legacy, the mother line's legacy. The synergy offers a deep well of divine feminine, a reservoir of intuition, renewal, and strength. And as I've been doing this talk, I don't know if you noticed a certain point when I just kind of looked over to my left and I was like, oh, it's because Mother Mary came in. She's to my left, and Mary Magdalene is to my right. The Marys have come in before. They're not part of my main guide team per se. Jesus is been one of my guides since I was a child. And so I had this moment when Mother Mary came in. I was like, oh, I was kind of so surprised, like, oh, wait. And then as I felt her presence and her words, and then Mary Magdalene came in, and they both were really encouraging me because as I was talking, I was really trying to be balanced with talking about the paternal line and the maternal line. And they just were really encouraging me. We have to heal the maternal line, the mother line. We have to heal the mother line. It is the mother wound that is so open and exposed right now. So go into the mother line, talk about the mother line, and both of them have so much love and compassion and care for us here. And I just am so grateful. But if you were wondering when I was like going like this, what was happening, it's because Mother Mary was coming in, and I had to take a moment to like acclimate and then receiving the information. And then Mary Magdalene came in, and it's just pure love. It's just and pure love and also encouragement to just really, we have to talk about these things because in order for us to heal, we have to move through it. And so, how then can you honor the women that came before you? Even thinking about Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene, like their stories that were written by men. Their stories that were written by men. And really honoring, like, is there any narratives that need to change? And how can you honor, y'all? Right now, the Marys are just like blasting love energy. And I just all of a sudden, I'm just in this like cocoon of just light and love energy. And I just feel so amazing. So let me just take a moment. Whew. And also, they're just reminding if you also want to receive it, just say yes, that you can receive it as well for your highest good. And the Marys will send it to you as well. So you'll receive a light activation as well for your highest good. Remember, you're an empowered creator. You call to you what you want. You have free will. Okay. Whew. Um, so, okay. Which also goes into, we were just talking about the heart, going really into the heart too. So how can you honor the women who came before you while stepping into your own empowered identity? And that's the part of it. It's not being who they were in the past, but stepping into your empowered identity, the light of the truth of who you are. And so with that, then, if you are wanting more support in my Inspiring You Patreon, in the all access membership level this month, I'm going to be doing a dowsing energy session to support clearing the patriarchy and strengthening the wisdom coming from the mother line. So If you are interested, then head to the Inspiring You Patreon. I haven't posted the class yet because it just came through literally. Um, just came through earlier today, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And so that will be there, but there's a ton of other classes that are available this month too, and also you have access to the entire library. So with that though, basically no matter what, whether you come and join us in the Inspiring You Patreon or not, it's just about using the tools, ritual, ceremony to honor our maternal lines, activate the powerful energy and bring healing, not just to ourselves, but to the collective. So and just whatever practice you're doing, designing it to connect with and honor your mother line energy, inviting healing, enhancing your health, enhancing vitality, vibrancy, and resilience. Sorry, I just got to resilience. And by doing so, we activate and enliven this energy within the collective as well, working together for shared growth for the highest good. Because with this, we then are able to support clearing any non-beneficial aspects from patriarchal values that are remaining prevalent in our world that may be affecting everyone, regardless of, again, whether or not, whatever, regardless of gender identity, or if you even believe that each person has a masculine and feminine, because whatever we do in the individual can support in terms of the collective. Okay, so then let's just break this down a little bit further. What does all of this mean for the body? Bringing it back to the obsidian black cosmic energy. This month's obsidian black cosmic energy interacts with your neurology, opening up pathways to deep healing and cognitive transformation. The heart field and lunar energy specifically significantly influence this process. Your cerebral spinal fluid will become energized by increased lunar light, promoting possibilities for releasing old patterns and infusing your nervous system with renewed vitality, vibrancy, and efficiency for your body. So, and also in our dowsing energy sessions this month in the Patreon, we will specifically working with this as well, working with the brain, working with these aspects to support clearing, and then bringing in activations and codes to support for the highest good as well, and that renewed vitality. So for your body, December's cosmic energies interacts deeply with your nervous system. It is so with it then it's a perfect time to release old patterns, old stress patterns. If you're noticing old stress patterns come up, I noticed a couple days ago where I was like, "Oh, wait, that's from working in TV days. That's still in my body? That's been like years." And so I had to release old stress patterns. And then I welcomed renewed vitality. And then I felt a huge shift. So daily energy practices, even simple ones like breath work or grounding, can make a huge difference. Again, in the Patreon, in the meditate with me level that all access that's available to them too, I'll provide guidance on balancing your electrical and neurological energy fields to bring in peace, resilience, and groundedness. So also then, what does this mean for your mind? For your mind, this energy is like a shining light on your inner dialogue. So the obsidian black. For your mind, this energy is like a shining light in your inner dialogue. Are there any lingering fears or doubts? How might you pivot toward thoughts filled with love, possibility, and healing? This is where reframing, retraining the brain, um, shifting story narratives can really be beneficial. So, this is your chance to align your thoughts with the version of yourself you are stepping into 2025. And if you are in my Inspiring You, the Meditate with Me, the all access levels, we will be doing a 2-day workshop at the end of December. It is going to be on December. What is the days? What are the days? Oh, it's going to be on December 28th and 29th. It's going to be from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Saturday and Sunday on those days. And we are going to be doing 2 full days of getting ready for 2025, intention setting, goal setting, energy healing meditations. We are going to be getting ready for 2025. So really to support you stepping into that version of yourself in 2025. So if you want to join us, then you can join the Inspiring You Patreon. I'll put the link in the bio area, or actually in the show notes. So this lunar energy also that we've been talking about accents your mind's shadow and light interplay. Because remember, we're clearing shadow aspects. So just know that if all of a sudden you're having these thoughts come up, take a moment and be like, oh, wait, this is stuff that's coming up to be cleared. Oh, so the lunar energy accents your mind's shadow and light interplay, urging an examination of your thoughts and their alignment with your true intentions. Are your thoughts really in alignment with your true intentions? Are your emotions in alignment with your true intentions? They may not be, and it's not right, wrong, good or bad. There's an isness, but you want to, and also it's not all your thoughts. It's just the thoughts that have that extra zing to them, that extra charge to them. The ones that are caught in your subconscious that might be hidden, that might also have a level of fear connected to them. And it's not right, wrong, good or bad. There's an isness, and you just want to bring realization to it. So that way, whatever needs to clear can clear so you can shift. And then reflect on where fear or doubt may reside. So then with that, then how might you pivot toward thoughts brimming with healing, love, and potential? And you might need to use affirmations to retrain the brain. And that can be really, really helpful. Also, let December's subtle energy prompt a new worldview centered on wholeness and enlightenment, my friends. Okay, so the next thing is then, what does it mean for your soul? What does it mean for your soul? All of this, the obsidian black energy color. So, okay, this is a big one. December is calling your soul to connect with your human in a bigger way, to allow your human to dream bigger. So, your soul wants to be embodied more in your human. But what's waiting to awaken within you? What bold steps are you ready to be taken in the coming year? And what needs to be cleared to allow that light of the boldness to come in so your soul can download your divine design so you can take those next steps? So, this rich, dark energy beckons your soul to want to even come in even more, expand into the human experience toward its ultimate potential in this human experience. And so for your human, then it means to seize the moment to dream bigger, bolder, fearlessly, and contribute as a co-architect to an improved world. December is a powerful time for this shift perspective. So really working in harmony with your human and your soul. And the more that you clear dense energy in your human, the more that you have the opportunity to allow the soul light to be embodied. So December is a powerful, powerful time to shift perspective, to see through the lens of trust, hope, and connection as we prepare to step into 2025. So if you decide to work with obsidian black energy vibration for the color of the month, it is really about it's about deep, powerful, and transformative energy. Obsidian, just the crystal, is a volcanic glass formed by rapidly cooled lava, carries strong metaphysical properties, which can influence both your inner and outer experiences. So here's what obsidian black vibration represents. 1, grounding and protection. Protection out of the energy of love, not fear. Obsidian is often used as a grounding stone. Its black hue symbolizing deep protection, helping to shield you from negative energies, both external and internal. The energy invites you to root yourself firmly in the present moment, providing stability and safety while you journey through your transformation. Shadow work and healing. Just as obsidian can carry light with its glossy surface, it's known to reflect hidden or shadow aspects of the self. The color vibration encourages you to face your shadows, unearth hidden truths, and heal old wounds, especially those tied to unresolved traumas or suppressed emotions, which now you probably understand why we're talking about the mother line, the maternal lineages, the patriarchy. It creates an invitation to dig deep within yourself and clear out what no longer supports your highest good. The next part of it is transformation and rebirth. Obsidian's connection to volcanic activity gives it a strong association with personal transformation. The energy of obsidian black helps to break down outdated structures and beliefs, creating space for new growth. It's a color that invites the dissolution of old patterns, paving the way for renewal and rebirth. Hence the reason why we've been talking about the patriarchy and also specifically about the mother line. Next, empowerment and strength. Obsidian is also a symbol of resilience. Its color energy resonates with fortitude and courage, empowering you to step into your personal power. It is a reminder that even in the darkness, there is great strength to be found. The obsidian black vibration supports the integration of lessons learned from past challenges and allows you to emerge even stronger. The next is mystery and intuition. Obsidian's deep and almost impenetrable darkness carries a mysterious energy. It asks you to trust your intuition and embrace the unknown. With the energy, you are invited to tap into your inner wisdom and trust the guidance that comes from within, even if you cannot fully see the path ahead. And in context of the color of the month, Obsidian Black invites you to enter a period of deep introspection, clearing and healing. It's time to confront your inner darkness with compassion and courage, transforming what is hidden into strength and clarity. It's also a call to reconnect with your roots and find grounding in the mysteries of life. It can be especially powerful in guiding you through the collective shadow work where both personal and collective healing takes place. So, with that, my friends, we're going to start to wrap up the episode. And as we wrap up, I want to leave you with a few more reflections to ponder. How can you honor 2024 as a whole? Not just the highs, but the lessons and the challenges, the wisdom, the joy, the fun that you had this year as well. And then where can you create space for rest and renewal this month? And most importantly, how will you align your intentions with the opportunities waiting for you in 2025? As a sacred participant in global healing, how can I aid the world's evolution? Which aspects of my soul's mission are ready to awaken now? In your reflections, embrace trust in the unfolding journey. And can you appreciate the present moment's perfection, even if there's uncertainty? Throughout December, let yourself harness the empowering cosmic support you need as well, nurturing your courage and resilience. Embrace life's mysteries and find tranquility in what is unknown. Honor your lineage and trust life's ongoing cycles. Make space during the busy season to revel, to be in the wonders of the moon, stars, and life itself. Above all, know you are interconnected within this grand cosmic symphony, one that invites you to rest, rejuvenate, and rise anew. Let us move forward together with hope, compassion, and love. And with that, my friends, let us then, before we go, we always like to break the links. So let us break the links. Take a nice deep breath. I feel like we need a nice deep breath after this. And then repeat after me if this resonates with you. I asked to break the links with this talk. I asked to break the Reiki links. I asked to break the links, leaving only harmony and balance at either ends. I also asked to clear any residual energies being held in my body as a result of these links. I ask that light fill the void, solves, rejuvenates, refreshes, revitalizes for the highest good with ease and grace and gratitude. And gratitude. With that, my friends, much, much, much love. May peace be with you. And we are complete for now.